Blessed day, guys, and as you all know, it's Wednesday, so it's a word. Okay, let's get into it. So after Joshua passes, of course, everyone is very concerned because you don't hear about too many people hearing from God. You know what I'm saying? First, it was Moses guiding them through the wilderness, and then it was Joshua guiding them through the wilderness, and so that now they're wondering who will lead them now, because people love somebody to lead them. All you hear about in history is how there was never supposed to be a king. They didn't want people to be godlike, and the people kept trying to appoint someone king, kept trying to appoint someone God when there's already a God. But let's keep going. Judges chapter 1, verse 2. The Lord replied, "Let the tribe of Judah go up. I now deliver the land into their hands." Judah told brother tribe Simeon, "Come up with us to our allotted territory and let us attack the Canaanites, and then we will go with you to your allotted territory." So Simeon joined them. So we got the tribe of Judah and the tribe of Simeon working together. So when Judah decided to make a move, Simeon came with them, of course, right? And it says, chapter 1, verse 4, when Judah advanced, the Lord delivered the Canaanites and Perizzites into their hands, and they defeated 10,000 of them at Bezek. 10,000. Y'all don't even know the significance of that, right? What God said? One can change 1,000, but two can change 10,000. Two overtook 10,000. Anyway, all right, let's stay in the word. It says at Bezek, they captured Adoni-Bezek and defeated him. Adoni fled, but they pursued and captured him. They cut off his thumbs and his big toes. Adoni said, 70 kings with thumbs and big toes cut off used to pick up scraps under my table. As I have done, so God has requited me. They brought him back to Jerusalem, and he died there. Y'all, what goes around comes around. He cut off 70 kings' thumbs and toes, cut off their digits, and that's how he died. So we're still talking about Judah and Simeon teaming up together to go get what's theirs, get what was promised to them, right? And so it says they marched against the Canaanites that dwelt in Hebron, and they defeated the Sheshai, Haman, and it's been a night, y'all. Okay, so after they killed King Adoni-Bezek, who was the king of Jerusalem, Judah and Simeon go out and they march against the Canaanites, and they overtake, some of them living in Hebron, they overtake like 4 towns, right? And then Caleb gives his daughter Aksa to his young friend Othniel, the Kenizzite, because he says, whoever is willing to kill Korachsabah, they can have my daughter in marriage. And I know his daughter had to be bad, baby. He had to be, because that was bold, right? Baby, it's real bold to sit up there and say, you can have my daughter hand in marriage if you kill such and such. Because what if she wasn't that good looking and they was like, let the man live. So anyways, Othniel must be seeing something he liked. Shawty must have been bad, because he went on ahead and he handled that. And after he handled that, Caleb gave Aksa, yeah, had to make sure I was saying it right, over to Othniel as his bride. And Aksa like, you finna give me over to the Negev tribe, okay, so you're taking me away from our bloodline. Basically, you're giving me to another tribe, so I need something for me. You need to give me something, Dad. Give me some land or something. I need something to take with me into this marriage. Put something in my diary. So the text says, when she came to Othniel, she induced him to ask her father for some property. I'm assuming he was like, we ain't asking your daddy for nothing else. I'm your daddy now. Because it then says that she got down from her donkey, and Caleb asked her, what's the matter? Homegirl get off her donkey, and she like, Daddy, let me holler at you. Give me a present, for you have given me among as Negev land. Give me springs of water. You know what I'm saying? Like, Daddy, you done gave me away. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get me a man of my nation. You got me a man of the Negev nation, so I'm gonna need some Negev money. And he gets her a part, but he gives her land. It says, Caleb gave her upper and lower Gulath. So he ain't a bad daddy. He said, baby girl, I got you. Even though I'm giving you away to this man, I'm giving you away with your table. I'm bringing the table with you. It just goes on to talk about how Judah and Simeon went on to defeat the Canaanites, and how they proscribed the town and called it Gomorrah. The descendants of the Kenites, the father-in-law of Moses, went up with the Judites from the city of Palms to the wilderness. Judah captured Gaza and its territories, Ashkelon and its territory, Ekron and its territory. The Lord was with Judah as they took possession of the hill country, but they weren't able to depossess the inhabitants of the plain. They gave Hebron to Caleb as Moses had promised, and he drove out the Anakites. And if you guys don't remember, the Anakites were the giants. So they gave Caleb the land that was possessed by some giants. So you already know those towns were big and glorious with everything. Because, you know, the towns where the giants dwelled, they had large fences, golden embroidery. I mean, everything was just done up to the nines and massive, right? And so, yeah, Caleb was gifted one of those. The Benjamites did not depossess the Jebusites that inhabited Jerusalem. The Jebusites and Benjaminites dwell together to this day in Jerusalem. You know, that's what happens when you don't consult God. You might end up sharing your pie. If they say, can you have your cake and eat it too? You could have had your cake and ate it too, but you didn't say your grace first. Alright, so the house of Joseph, you know, advanced against Bethel, formerly Luz, and they captured them. And what happened, it says, you know, so they sent some watchmen. You know, they always like to send some spies ahead of the crowd, right, to scope the scenery out. And they saw a man, you know, leaving the town, and they told him to just show them how to get in the town, and they will treat him kindly. He showed them how to get in. They put the town to the sword, but they let the man and his relatives go free. And that's what I like about them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have got the information from the man and not let him live, but they let him live. It shows you that they are still people with morals, and hey, we're just getting what's owed to us. You know what I'm saying? We're just getting what's due to us. We ain't trying to take nothing more from you than what the Lord promised us. So Manasseh didn't depossess the dependents or inhabitants of Beth Shean, Tanakh, Dor. It's a lot of places. So Manasseh tribe didn't depossess these places. Y'all, they could not get the Canaanites out of the land. It didn't matter what they did. They know people say, I am not going. And it says the Canaanites continued to dwell in that region. When Israel gained the upper hand, they subjected the Canaanites to forced labor, but they could not get rid of them themselves. God could have got rid of them. God could have got rid of them, baby. But y'all, so many of the Israelites, so many tribes didn't get what God had promised them. Ephraim didn't depossess the Canaanites who inhabited Gezer, so they had to dwell with them. Zebulun did not depossess the inhabitants of Kitron or Nahalal. Canaanites dwelt there in their midst. Asher didn't depossess the inhabitants of a few places. You know what I'm saying? So they also dealt with the Canaanites. Naphtali didn't depossess the inhabitants. They settled with the Canaanites. Naphtali, I think I said that right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it was so many of them, and I can believe it because there's so many still in bondage. And so, you know what I'm saying? You can tell by how the world is today that a lot of those places remained in chaos. Even though they tried to take them out, you know, in the end, hey, if you can't beat them, join them, right? You know that's what eventually happened. They couldn't depossess the Canaanites. They eventually had to dwell amongst them, and guess what? They started idolizing what they idolized and worshiping their gods and celebrating their holidays. And like I said, you can't beat them. You tend to join them. How many people done came at you thinking they can beat you, had their homegirl talking all that whoop-whoop, their homeboy talking all that whoop-whoop, and then you put them paws on them, and now it's little do you know I never had no problem with you. Well, that was them boys. We ain't never had no smoke. We ain't never had no beef. You know what I'm saying? They got the Amorites pressed the Danites into the hill country. They wouldn't let them down the plain. Don't sound like they got their land. The Amorites also persisted in dwelling in Har-Haris. A few places, I'm reading it, sorry y'all. It says, but the house of Joseph bore heavily on them. They had to perform forced labor. Also, it looks like they got into the land of Joseph as well, and they made them slaves, basically. And that right there is the end of chapter 1.